Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Friday. Friday's the day of the week. We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map. And they've gone with this one. Now, I originally spotted it from a few of these screenshots and I thought, this is either going to be meh or it might actually have something. It's one of those you can't really tell, and the whole point of this show is to maybe check out some maps that we wouldn't normally have a look at if it was down to us spending time loading up every single map. That's what we're here for. Now, remember, be kind in the comments. This is...
It's my first map.
That's right, and they've done a pretty reasonable job of what is a real life location just off of the southwest coast of England. This is the little islands down there, and yeah, it's not going to be a big city build. But it's not always about a big city. Sometimes it's about little villages and stuff. And I like all of that. You know what else I like? You know already. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Isles of Scilly by Yay. All lowercase, Yay. And why not? Previously they were called Banana. Well, in foreign. There's your start square. Start square looks fine. There are no highways or rail on today's map. It's all about shipping. And maybe an air route as well. There's your terrain heights. It's not particularly flat, but it's not stupidly mountainous as well. Resources, it's just forestry today, and if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it is mostly anchovies with a little bit of salmon here and there. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, there's no highway, so there's no mass transit required. We've got a few trees to subscribe to, not too many. We'll be using the Clara map theme and the Clarity LUT as well. A nicely written short description as well, quite happy with that, and the requirement, this isn't too long, so no real need for a one-click collection for that. So anyway, there's your map. It's just a few dotted islands, and I would say the English coast, nearest coast, the Land's End as we call it, Land's End, the southernmost tip of the mainland is over there. I don't know, about 100 miles? Maybe not that far, but anyway, it's over there, that direction. Right, so the two main islands are these two. I think this one's called St Mary's. I'm pretty sure this one's called St Mary's. That's your main island, and then you've got a second main island down here. This is St Agnes, and then the other islands have names, and some of them have got settlements and some of them haven't, but those are the two main fellows. But you could be doing something like harbours and like little holiday villages and sort of thing, that sort of thing. Now, it's not particularly flat, but it's buildable. It's buildable. I don't know how you'd want to take on this. I'd probably flatten some of the buildable areas out a little bit myself with the softening tool in game, but it's all about different styles of maps, and I kind of like the idea of like having ferries involved and little maybe lots of little fishing harbours and that sort of thing. So definitely arguments for a map like this one, but remember, it's all going to be about harbour play, so you won't be playing this 100% vanilla because you need to unlock your harbours. So don't play this a vanilla game. You're going to have to unlock stuff. You really are. I've got a little island down here. Oh, we're going to have to use him for promo. That is too cute not to use for promo. Anyway, that's about it in terms of networking. We'll come right back after this for the shipping and the water flow. Oh, man.
Who is the mysterious modder? Perhaps the greatest modder of them all. Why the heck are they named after a flightless bird? Find out more when BonBonB met Bloody Penguin and Skylines talk now.
And so back to the shipping routes at the Isles of Scilly by Yay. And we have a couple of shipping routes, a couple of air routes as well. And actually these are perfectly good. These are perfectly good. Don't quite give you access to every single possible harbour location, but I would say they give you access to the main harbour locations, and that's the important thing. Just one long smooth arc here, and then there's another arc starting off here. In fact, it doesn't start off, it ends off there. It doesn't actually link up at this end of the map, but it does link up at the other end, and those are your main things. If you can have ships coming in from a couple of directions, then you've got a couple of options, which is all very nice indeed. So yes, now the question is there water flow in the start square? Well, not really as such, but we do have a few different locations, so you should be able to avoid poisoning your populace by having, there's a little bit of movement there. But yeah, just a little bit of clever placement, and you can do a pump and draw game. So anyway, lots of little islands. There are actually some talking points, like we've got a few little plants very close to the salt water down here. Would these be there? In fact, I've got to be honest, most of the tree painting looks a bit spammy. Doesn't look like there's been any thought as to how the biomes would work, but I mean, we've got some good assets. I mean, the quality of the assets, the selection of the assets really does work. It just doesn't feel clever. This big tree is going to be getting a lot of salt water. I don't buy into that being so close to the coast on the beach as well. This next one though is definitely, well, he's got his trunks on. Yeah. How many times have you done that joke? I've lost count. But anyway, such a good joke. I'm going to run it over and over again. This one I don't mind so much. I mean, it's a bit lonely. It's not the loneliest tree. We had the loneliest tree a while ago, didn't we? But yeah, it's a lonely tree. And then have a look at this. Can you see it? Can you see it? One of the things we have to subscribe to are these grasses. You can barely make them out. Maybe it's just my colour vision, but I think you can barely make these out. I wouldn't even worry about having these. We've got a lovely texture. The clearer texture for grass is beautiful enough without having to have any grasses added in. In fact, if you look down here, they've extended down and into the water. You can just about make them out. I wouldn't have bothered. In fact, you could really cut down on the, I mean, not the tree count's a big bother, but you can cut down the tree count as well by just removing some of those grasses. This little island here, I would like to see grass on this island. It just, why have we got trees and no grasses? Surely the grasses and then the trees. Maybe. And then we got another little island over here. My problem with this island is the beach. It's not beach shaped. In fact, that's quite a steep beach. I reckon that has got to be about 10 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, at least 10 meters. Yeah, the whole shape of that island just doesn't feel right at all. Big grumbles about nothing really, isn't it? You won't be building on that one. It's the main islands you're looking at. And the main islands have got a nicer feel. But yeah, unfortunately, the beaches, I think they could do a little bit of work. Anyway, back down to the start square, and we've got a very nice asset of the day. Let's have a sparkly asset of the day, shall we? It's the Argostoli house number 4 by notDONEyet, and this is, I mean, I wouldn't say shiny, but this is quality, isn't it? This is very nice work. Factoids, anybody? Factoids because factoids. The Isles of Scilly. It's very likely that until recent times the islands were much larger and perhaps joined into one island named Enor. A description written during Roman times designates Scilly as Scylonia Insula in the singular, indicating either a single island or an island much bigger than any of the others. And there's plenty more reasons, like some of the Cornish names indicating, and there's farmland under the water and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say at one point it was one island or more. Anyway, Argostoli house number 4 by notDONEyet. That's a lovely little thing, that one. Definitely grab it. It's gonna look good. And I'll pull the camera back. But yeah, anyway, the Isles of Scilly, I mean, I appreciate the shape, and I appreciate the effort. They've gone to some effort here, and I like the idea that it's all harbour work. Well, what do you think? You wondered if I was going to ask you, didn't you? Yeah, what do you think? Is it a 1-star map, or is it a 5-star map, or is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Your vote really does count, so please vote today. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, it's okay. I mean, I think we've chosen a very good theme and LUT combo. And the islands are the right sort of shapes. They are recognisable as the Isles of Scilly. And so there's that. But it doesn't shine. So I'm going to go 3 stars. I'm going to go slightly below middle 3. Because things like the beaches could be tucked up a little bit, that sort of thing. Detailing. There's nothing great about it. There's nothing particularly bad about it. 1 or 2 drowned trees. But I would say that we have to go 3 stars, but at the lower end. And gameplay potential. It's okay. Remember, we are going to be playing harbours and airports only. But it just doesn't really entice you. So, again, I'm going to go 3 stars because it'll work for the intention, but it's at the lower end again. Isles of Scilly by Yay. Look, I appreciate this sort of map. I have no problems with harbours and airports only maps. They are something completely different, and it's just a nice thing. And hopefully Yay has been having a good build on their own map, because that's quite often what these things are about. Make a map that you want to build on, and as long as they're happy, then I think we'll leave it at that. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Use the word of the day to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite, and we've got something a little bit different tomorrow. Oh man, a lot a bit different tomorrow. Be there for that one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.